Creativity is an addiction. We run to it. We race away from it. We try to, what? Try to go to sleep with it? Yeah, I know. 2 o'clock in the morning, you're wide-eyed open, and it's like, why? Well, it's your creativity screaming for some attention. Unplugged, because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally uncut, because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. Let bygones be bygones. Have you heard that term before? My father used to ram that into our hearts every day. Let bygones be bygones. By God. Move on. I think that was the sergeant in him. He was a sergeant in World War II. Thank you so much, sir, for serving our nation. But yeah, let bygones be bygones. It's almost like we're supposed to just drop it and move on and not even think about it anymore. And there are too many things as we get older in life that it's like, I wish I wouldn't have let it quickly as I did. I think there was supposed to be something there that I was to learn. And now that I'm this far away from it, I'm just left with assumption. Let bygones be bygones. You know, like when a coworker says something that kind of offends you and you know, you're supposed to be tough-skinned. And it's like, no, that one kind of hurt. But let bygones be bygones. And it's like, you know, do I say something about it or do I not? You know, it's like a family member, because you know how family is. The older we get, the more we want. I mean, they start dividing the house up and mom and dad are still alive, but yet they're dividing the house up and you're going, oh my God, I can't deal with this. Let bygones be bygones. Even somebody at a red light looks at you differently. Maybe they're having a bad day and you're having a good day, and their look made it look like that, you know, that you're a piece of junk in their life. Let bygones be bygones. That is a tough one. Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Choice. This is what I was writing while the sun was waking up on a brilliant new day. And today we're reading from August 11th, 2022. Big change in the temperature today. We're not in the 90s for the first time in several weeks. We're going to be like in the mid 80s. And you know what that means? This forest, it doesn't have any sunshine in it today. And the reason why is because we're going to be getting a lot of rain. And so, but I love the way that the leaves on the trees and the needles, what they do is they it's almost like a moonflower. Have you ever seen a moonflower? They only open up when the moon is out. And these trees are just spreading their leaves open, like going, we shall receive. We shall receive. This is the choice. The mind wants to play some early morning games today. Oh, this spoiled mind of mine. It is a child inside that doesn't want to re-enter this place called the new normal. Oh, it just wants to just play all the time. You see, for the longest time, it's been trying to get back to a wide open society, this mind of mine, and then something happened. You know, I as much as I wanted to be in the movie theaters with people, to walk into restaurants without having to wear a mask, you know, wanting to be at a live concert where you kind of bump into people, sing along with them, our mouths wide open, spit going everywhere. And then I got COVID-19. Today is looked upon as being my allowed day of freedom. I get to return to the front line today. And the mind is playing games. It really, it's not out of fear and doubt, but rather it likes having 24 hours to itself. It's mine. My mind is saying, it's mine. Why are you giving away the next 10 to 12 hours? It's mine. Not having to worry about the stress and the pressure of a job brings to the mind all that it wants to do, and that is, it wants to play all the time. So funny how the human mind can get used to such a place, mainly because that downtime was filled with what I wanted to do, and I chose the pace of the day. But today that all changes. Welcome back to a new normal. The only reason why I bring this up is because there are still businesses that are trying to convince their employees to come back to work. And employees are saying, And the thing is, though, is that I'm starting to see more and more stories about how these businesses are putting trackers on their employees. They know when they turn off the computer. They know when they're doing things. They're watching the employees to see if they're really, truly working. And I've never been that person where if I were to be remotely working from home, you better see my face on this computer all the time. I've always been that person. Even during COVID-19, if you go back a week or so and listen to the episodes, I showed up. I sounded like crap, but I showed up. And why? Because I have a commitment. My commitment is to you. And that's the same thing in a place of business. The commitment is to the guest, is to the client. They are trying to super serve in an age where bad business is the newly acceptable. Because it's like, this is the excuse. Well, we don't have enough people. You don't? Where did everybody go? Well, nobody wants to work here. They don't? Have you thought about giving them more money? Oh, wait a second. That means you're going to have to raise prices. Stuck in that spot, aren't we? But that's the reason for this, is that it's like we should be anxious about going back up to the front lines of our places of business. But in that place and plan, there is that child inside that's going, no, I'm having a good time doing exactly what I'm doing right now. I like the space and the pace. We've got to get back to work. I've said that 1,000 times. And today, I understand why employees are saying, no, I don't think so. And now I have to write about that mindset where I'm growing. When I'm saying no, do I mean it? I'm Arroe, and that's what I was writing while the sun was waking up on a brilliant new day.